Hello and welcome to
Mead in the USA.
I'm the Heathen Chips, and this is my associate, Mr. Gray.
Good afternoon.
You look different.
Yeah, it's a new background, new set.
I guess you're right. That still got the mead right.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
No, and I got married recently,
Oh,
so good woman changes things.
good.
All right.
Fun with that.
So what do we have here today?
So we have our first traditional mead that we've done. Well, you made, remember? Good. It's been about, 2-3 years, I think, now that we've had it sitting up in bulk aging. So I figured we'd pull everything out again and give it a try over and see what's changed over time. Because when we first tried it, everything was pretty fresh and we kind of stored it away. We came back to a little bit later, but it would, things obviously happen. So I think it's time for us to go back through and see where we're actively at. And then I think I want to take things a step further.
All right.
We've done 50 states, and I think a good portion of what we've had kind of had some geographical notations and stuff, like all the southern states, the drier deserter states and stuff. So I think something that would be interesting to try would be to do a geographical blend of the different areas and stuff, like the Appalachian Mountain area, the Smoky Mountain area, West Coast, East Coast.
Well, let's go ahead and throw some historical events in there as well.
I think that sounds like a good idea.
All right.
All right, so let's give our first mead from about 3 years ago. First taste it's had.
It's definitely mellowed. It's still got a little bit of bite and basically almost a crispness.
I was going to say, it's got a springiness, yeah. Kind of, you know what it reminds me of? Like a Honey Crisp apple kind of
Yes.
sweetness,
Yes.
like from, when it was good.
Definitely like a late spring, almost early summer.
It's a little on the thick side as for the physical body of it.
I don't mind it too thick. I usually like it a little thick and sweet. So
Yeah, I mean, we kind of aim for a little bit less of a dessert wine.
and I almost want to say it also reminds me, it's like you get the apple crisp, but then it's like I almost associate that with a pear.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of pear in there, and
I see that. I see that.
it's apparent. And a couple sips in, like a lot of the alcohol, it definitely tapers off, like that sting and that sharpness.
And the interesting is these are only roughly like 10% or so. So for about, what was it? I think it's at the time I think now it's still somewhere around like $3.50 or something for a pound of honey over at the Great Value. So for making a base level mead, I think this is a very nice starting point.
So just some final notes. Aftertaste, I think it's very pleasant. And then I would almost say, like early on, to make a comment, florally, it's like the taste and the smell very much complementary to each other. Because sometimes you'll get a smell and a taste, and it kind of throws you back. But no, I think this is very well blended and very balanced mead.
I'd be very happy to give this to anybody coming over for dinner. So good enough for me.
I agree.
All right, let's give another one a go. All right, well, now we've got the Tennessee one, so let's see what we got with you.
Very much, it's like I'm getting just honey, like kind of just basic honey.
General aromas.
This is a higher alcohol content. I'm not necessarily.
No, everything's just about done.
Yeah, I'm making it. Yep, once it hits a tongue, you're getting almost the vapor.
This kind of honey with the mead has much more of an alcoholic flavor and taste to it, though.
Which is that's where we were talking before about the smell and the taste. So that initial sweetness kind of just goes away and comes with that alcohol. And then almost getting flat, woody, almost like tannin. It's
kind of like a dry tan.
Yeah. Which is funny because we age these in glass. And it's just, I'd kind of be interested in maybe even doing barrel one day or something like that.
I would love to.
Picking up hints of that, but I know that this is just straight, just aged.
Retains the honey flavor very well, though.
It does, and I think once you get, like most alcohols, once you get that first few down, I'm almost getting, it's almost like a dry white, or even like maybe a dry red wine in there.
I really pick up a lot of that woodiness flavor and stuff now.
Especially like on the tail end, and just kind of it sits on the tongue. Yeah.
It has a bit of a earthy note as it sits there. Take a breath after you swallow. It's got that earthy.
I've been trying to figure out what kind of earthy tone that is, because the wood really feels right, but it's not like pinpointed on it. But
I'm trying to think like a species of wood. Dry, almost dry wood that's been re-wetted.
Not hickories, not nothing I can like. Maybe birch or something. Maybe that's like it kind of reminds me of like the general smells of like birch and stuff.
Well, one, it's Tennessee earth, and two, I don't lick enough trees to give that much feedback.
Well, usually when you burn it, I'm thinking like when you burn or cut.
Or cook with.
That's true. There you go. Almost like you ran the water through wood.
Yeah.
And then use that. Yeah.
That sounds like a better analogy there. I like that.
Almost a little stagnant.
I don't think this is something I would want to hand off to somebody right as is. It's.
I mean, this would be like if we explore mixing meads.
Yes, the blend.
This would be a blend, yeah. The alchemy of mead.
Yeah, it'll come off a bit more on a subtler kind of side and stuff. Well, it depends on what else it's pairing with, I suppose. We'll have to find the rest of that out soon. You know what's interesting is that I think that the higher alcohol flavor to it kind of plays in. It's kind of like you've got a honey sting on your tongue, and it just kind of keeps on. It's like like you said, it would pair well in with some peppers because it's kind of got that lasting little bit of zing to it.
Like I said, it's very interesting. It's like almost the liquid is locking in the flavor, because I said when you're smelling it, it's not really giving you a lot. It's kind of very neutral, but then it hits your tongue. It's like the heat or the moisture or something basically causes that flavor to release.
That's a good thing. I wonder how much temperature and stuff would change that up, because I mean we just have these at room temperature in general right now, slightly chilled, but
I think I would say slightly chilled would probably cause that to aerate a little bit more.
I was gonna say this feels a lot closer to like a cider. I would kind of want to see what this would be like a little bit warmer. But we're not here for that shit quite yet. That's another episode. All right, so we're back with Nebraska. Off camera, guys. Nebraska, right? Thank you.
I mean, like initial notes is a kind of like a white wine, maybe a sweeter white wine. It's got some bite.
It's got some brute. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
It is interesting that it comes off like very winey.
You're right. It is almost like a flat brute. So I don't
know. It's like it's got the force of a brute, but it has the flavoring of a white.
Like I said, it'd be very interested if this was actually like carbonated. What we would.
It's kind of like it has a very light honey flavor. Mostly, I don't want to necessarily. Stripped is the only word I can think of for it. Like it has that honey flavor to it, but so much of it kind of feels like it's been pulled away, and it's very dry, stringent because of it.
It kind of reminds me of like a green apple wine.
I was gonna say it doesn't even come off terribly sour. It does have sour notes to it, but
it's almost like there's like enough sweetness to balance it out. It's very middle of the road. It just has a lot of bite to it. Again, this would probably be I could see this maybe mellow out a little bit more, or be a very good mixer.
I think this one should actually stand a little bit for some time to breathe, because it's got a very alcoholic effervescence to it. I think this one would be a little bit of a pass for me personally, as is, but
it's a little aggressive.
Yeah.
It's in-law.
Don't talk bad about my in-laws. I love my in-laws. They kid. I would murder whole villages for them.
You're a Viking, that makes sense.
You would murder the entire villages just because you wanted to, and use that as
I can have excuses.
Justifications.
It can be both. Not something I exactly want to get belligerent to, though. So, I think it's time for the next.
Up next, we have West Virginia. Again, another one that's getting much you allow the honey tone.
It smells cleaner,
Mm-hmm.
crisper.
Well, I am picking up a little more hint of the alcohol. Yeah. That's not aggressive. That's mean. Dry,
Yeah.
and you're getting. It's like there's the
Punishment, pain, suffering.
It's like the honey kind of comes in for just a second, says hello, and then just evaporates. That's
I'm
it.
not pleased.
Mm. They have
probably the hottest mead we've had so far.
I don't even want to say hot is the word, because it's almost like fired water.
I could grease an engine with this, I think.
It doesn't feel like it standalone has any redeeming qualities whatsoever. No sweetness.
I mean, it's kind of funny. You're right. It hints at sweetness and then just immediately takes
I
out.
think this might be one of those wild yeast issues and stuff where it just ate through everything, because there is no way this has like any amount of sweetness to it whatsoever. This has to be like better part of like 15%.
Like the state that it came from, it's got a backlash to it.
Yeah, we might have to go ahead and do another round of stabilizing and do a little bit more back sweetening and dilute it a little bit more to get back on track.
So that was a
Mistake. Yeah.
mistake. What? Yeah.
Hi.
All right.
Yeah. Not talk about that anymore. One of my many stamping grounds, Kentucky. Smells like the horses.
Apple. Getting an apple, and then I'm getting a little bit more of the alcohol.
Gonna get a little more of that. In a very cidery kind of fashion.
A little flat for me. A little flat, a little dry. Expecting a little more sweet.
Yeah, it's more dry, less alcoholic.
Mm-hmm. I think this one would actually do well chilled.
Well, I think is a little overstated, but
Or a little more palatable.
I would agree with that maybe, but as it is,
It's a good counterbalance if you just had something very sweet.
Yes.
yeah, I would give that.
I think it could use something to boost. So it would not be necessarily a dessert mead, but a mead you serve with dessert.
Honestly, though, I think this would go well with like or better with a like strawberry sherbet, or not sherbet, shortcake, strawberry shortcake.
Yes.
Or it'd be a really good base to actually for additives. So if you're adding something like
More fall kind of stuff I could see.
I mean, maybe it's a little too dry for maybe even like a vanilla.
I could maybe see this in with like, vanilla. Pumpkin was coming to mind.
I'd say if you were not a big pumpkin fan, but if you were to mix it with some pumpkin, it would do really well.
Oh, you're about to be a pumpkin fan.
Or if you were to do some of like cinnamon spiced pears,
Ooh.
I think it would go really well with this.
Because you pick up a little bit of that, like on the previous meads, where you pick up a little bit of the apple, and you're getting a little more pear on those previous ones. I think here you get a little bit of apple, but you don't get that pear. So
Yeah.
it'd be a good recommendation to pair with like a spiced pear.
Yeah, that is a bit more on the nose apple.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like quite a granny or anything. It's
Almost like a very like an old green apple
yeah.
that's just about to turn.
Granny.
You know what? Actually, just general crab apple kind of
Yeah.
is what I'm thinking. I mean, it's not delicious, but it is alcoholic, so I wouldn't say no to it again, but not under just general context.
If there was, you had no other choice, and yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, a big part of the reason I got into this was just for the, hope, wish, and prayer of the fall of civilization that I could be useful in intoxicating people to make it worse. Not exactly the direction I wanted to go with it, though, but
Yeah, on the apocalypse, I'll settle for this.
that's good to know.
Nosy.
Get it on camera.
I'm beginning to wonder if it's actually back sweet in any of these, or
I was gonna say, wasn't that your department?
when we were filming them, yes, but there was a few that we left for him to back sweep before we came back to.
Do you really think he did that?
I think in the first
No,
round.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I mean, he also did say there's a few times he got the back sweep. Or,
Stabilize.
so.
You could just set an alarm.
Yeah. We upgrade.
Cheers.
This is New Jersey. We are on to New Jersey now.
I'm getting a little more pear. I'm getting the alcohol, but it's almost like a little more pear than say apple. There's sweetness. And there's this battle between the sweetness and the alcohol. It almost it ends unfortunately on the alcohol.
Yeah, that's a running thing with a couple of them.
This mead, similar to its home state, presents a very sweet approach, but gives you a very mixed battle that ends with a punch.
So you're thinking of going South Jersey and you end up in North Jersey.
It's kind of weird to have an alcohol do the tango on your tongue.
I don't know, we could name this in. It would make sense.
But as you go,
It's like I'm struggling to find any more reason to not like it, to not drink it, and I can't. It's like it's got some layers that kind of makes it interesting.
you know, because you're trying to find that and you're trying to grab onto those moments of sweetness and like that. At first, entry is a bit overwhelming, but then the problem I'm having is the aftertaste. It's lingering.
Yeah, I can feel that because when you first started, it kind of like you said, it's a little on the sweet side, it's a little on the alcoholic burny side. It's got a little bit of that apple flavor, but I kind of also get a little bit of that like a cinnamon heat from it.
Yes, and it
all tugs at you at different times. It's not like a uniform flavor.
Yeah. And if we could actually flip the flavor profiles, I think this would be a really good one. But
this will be an interesting one to add into a mix later. I really do like that undertony apple flavor to it. It's kind of got like it's not quite like sour like a Granny Smith, but it's got some other kind of mean apple name to it.
I almost have to push it to like the roof of my mouth and keep it off the tongue, and that's where I'm getting the honey. And then this definitely is open to basically doing tongue acrobatics taste. Yeah.
Words are hard, huh?
If you could get like a nice butterscotch flavor to mix with that, I think you'd have a fucking winning combination.
That was some butterscotch.
Yeah.
All right.
To mellow it out, something to mellow out those high notes. Yeah.
New Jersey. I'm pleasantly surprised.
I mean, there's potential.
All right. See what we got next.
I try to aim for meads that are a lot more sweet, because I like the sweetness that comes with it. That's why whenever we do make meads, I try to make something that's very sweet fruit or very sweet dessert. I love making bouchets because I love that toasted caramel flavor.
That one you made was amazing, but it was the sweetness level, like it was definitely a sipping one. That lasted me a while. I'm like, I do like a little half glass and I'm just gonna sip on that.
The barnyard one.
Did
you ever name it?
No.
I mean, get on some of that shit. Otherwise, you just put a bunch of shit together. I don't know.
That sounds like me. Yes.
Like
it was a secretion of.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them, so.
Secretions?
Yes. How long have you known him?
I can think of 4.
You haven't traveled with him yet, have you?
No.
All right. Well, we're on to Kansas now, and this definitely smells like a mugging about to happen.
Well, it's caramely, earthy. Dare I say a little bit of fish food? Pick it up on burnt rubber tire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burnt. Yeah.
This is the one that tastes like burning.
You know what's weird is that it's not burning alcoholically.
No, it's the taste is it's
like, but yeah, burnt rubber in your mouth is kind of that flavor. Yeah, that I think you hit the nail on the head right there.
It's a very front of your mouth flavor.
I mean, it's weird. Like, I don't necessarily hate it.
Oh, that's weird. It's not negative.
It's complex.
It's not exactly positive.
It's more of like I'm trying to figure you out. It's like we're I'm a psychologist and we're in this assemble them together. Let's go ahead and make some progress.
It does have a nice caramel kind of flavor to it, like a burnt or both shade caramel, but that's worrisome because it wasn't.
It tastes like
Kansas, but
hard sugar.
Yes.
Without the sweetness. You get that caramel, you almost get like a little burn to it, like burnt sugar, but there's no sweetness.
I mean, as you go on,
it's very subtle.
it's a little more familiar, a little more friendly. Definitely would be. I'd be interested in mixing this.
You know what would go great with this?
I think it needs some aeration, honestly.
Yes. You know what would go great with this? Toasted marshmallow.
Yeah,
Yes.
I could definitely, I was just gonna say,
A
graham crackers.
s'more mead.
Yeah, I could see some of that in this. You might have some redemption, Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of beats at you at first. I feel like that's the way the flavor really starts hitting you first. It's just kind of like it just kind of starts sucker punching your tongue down, like it doesn't know what it's getting into, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, I'm a little bit used to battery now.
It conditions your tongue. Like the tongue's like,
Yeah.
we're doing some 2-a-days.
Yeah, because like you said, after a while, it stops being such an assault and just more of a mosh pit.
You know what this is? This is the introduction to a furry convention. It feels aggressive. There's a lot of pawing. You're confused at what's going on. But the more you sip at it, the more you're like, okay, this is just part of the rhythm. If I go with it, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to meet people I'm not sure about, but it's generally okay.
Eventually it ends. It's like, oh, this is soft and it feels nice. And I'm not.
I can't, as a heathen, I can't argue with your points here. So
It ends with like, who's in my mouth? I'm like, I understand.
So we're coming to you from the future for a quick little bit because we kind of fucked this little bit up in the middle. So let's give Missouri a try from the future.
Okay.
Sharp alcohol smell on it.
Mm-hmm.
Very light floral.
Okay. A little sharp.
Kind of almost has like a soda poppy kind of feel on the tongue.
Yeah,
But it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
feel like doesn't feel carbonated, but it mimics it somehow. Otherwise, I'm just getting notes of lemon, floral, slightly citrus, and sour.
Getting a little sour, and then like basically just a little bit of the sweetness of the honey coming through.
Mm.
You know, sour sour fighting tart.
Yeah, yeah. At the end of the taste, when it starts calming down a little bit, the honey character picks up a little bit as a nice little finisher. Not too bad to end it with.
And that might be the alcohol content, but it's almost it's cool. It's room temp, but almost warm on the tongue.
More me, yeah,
Yeah.
I can give that. I can give that. I do kind of like this letting that chill kind of back and forth a little bit too for that. All right, Missouri, pretty decent. See what that has to do with later. All right, and now we're on to South Dakota's.
I'm gonna say I'm not really picking much up on the
Yeah, it's just kind of alcoholic effervescence, but nothing else really.
neutral. Just nothing really jumps out at me.
It's not like rubbing alcohol or anything, just general alcohol smell.
I'm picking up a little bit of effervescence. Almost like it's carbonated.
Yeah. It's like it's sweet, but it's dry.
It's a sweet. I'd almost go back to the brute. It hits me with the sweet. Hits me with the brute, and then just disappears.
It's like just a very dry kind of pearish flavor. I'm not getting anything else really though.
It's just sweet pear, and I think it's also a little bit all over the place. I did not expect this.
You know what I get a tinge of is a little bit of tang in it. After
Yes.
a while.
Yes.
Like when I first started, nothing. I didn't get any of that. But now that we've been on a little bit,
It hits you and then just disappears. I'm like, it's, dare I say, refreshing, but it's it's an enigma.
yeah. And it's a weird bit because I almost don't want it to be any sweeter because I feel like the flavor of the sweet is balanced out, and I kind of like the texture of it.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be much thicker. Maybe a touch more honey to it.
Yeah, a little sweeter would be perfect, but no, this is just it's a disappearing act. It shows up and then just disappears.
Well, like you said,
Raspberry or blackberry, I think would mix well with it.
I agree with that.
I think blackberry would definitely smooth it out, and raspberry would give it a little bit of a kick.
I'm willing to say peach too.
It's kind of funny, like once we're done, I'm definitely getting more honey.
There's almost a part of me that wants more just to keep on investigating because it feels like there's more alluding into it than there actually is, but you're looking for
it's kind of like my glass is dry and it's like almost the honey is left.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like at the bottom.
Yeah, that smell is very potent now.
It's almost clinging to the glass and not coming with the liquid. So that's an odd one. I've not had that before.
Maybe that's a different, one of those added benefits of letting it sit for a little bit and air out.
All right, on to Utah. Again, smells kind of neutral.
Sourish, I'd say. And
Sour, and dry on the end.
Yeah. The smell of it, the nose of it actively comes off a lot more like a white.
Mm-hmm.
But the flavoring of it comes off like a very dry white.
This is probably the closest to, a white wine that we've had is coloration, taste, the smell, even the feel.
Still a little hyped on the alcohol burn, but not as much of like what we've had. We've had two other case scenarios that came off very brutish. This doesn't quite come off with the same kind of force.
It's a lot gentler, and I find a little bit of a swish will kind of actually make it a little bit more calmer.
Like its people, it's very white.
There are comments I will not make. It's just kind of like almost just like a generic white.
Yeah, it just kind of has like whiffs of honey character to it. Not much, even in that department. Like you're kind of searching, and that's
you're right. I have to search for the honey.
Yeah, that's the only flavor you're really kind of coming up with. Some slight floral notes, but even that's kind of subsided from the nothingness. I'm not gonna lie though, I could kind of sort of see this playing in with like a strawberry lemonade kind of flavor.
Oh yeah.
I could see that a bit in here. Definitely, like you said, needs a bit needs a bit more than a touch worth of honey, but at least not. I wouldn't say off-putting exactly.
No, it's one of those things that it's a work in progress and it has a lot of potential.
Yeah, good lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Lord, that's not the note I wanted to. There's swamp mead. Swamp mead.
It's much more like bum 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 bum.
All right, on to Florida.
It looks like Florida water.
I don't wanna.
I mean, it's
hurt me bad before. It's hurt you bad before too.
I'm used to it.
Almost like a coffee smell to it.
It does.
I mean, there's like
I remember last time we were pretty roadkillish. So
it's like I'm picking up on the honey and the alcohol.
It smells a lot more robust than it used to.
A little rubbery.
More Boucher though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, on the back. Oh, you're getting the honey on the back end. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember. You know what? Now that it's set, it has more of that original honey flavor from what we had. Because I remember it being very dark, very robust, kind of. It was still a swampy flavor, but it was a much more potent and stronger. And then it went away after fermentation. It still had that swampiness to it, but the depth of it kind of went away.
It's weird. You're almost getting like burnt on the initial taste, and then I'm getting almost like maple syrup.
I'd say like a maple or nuttiness to it.
Yeah. If you can mellow out that initial contact, I think that would be.
Yeah, that maple flavor, it's kind of like a Boucher maple, at the back end. It's not so much like it's less burnt than what it used to feel and taste like.
Again, I think the alcohol is hitting you right up front, and then it's just like, oh, I'm just going to be sweet at the end. I'm not gonna lie. As you drink it kind of.
It's kind of like a Florida man story. You know, you hear it and you're kind of appalled, and then you listen to it and you're like, all right.
I get it. All right. Yeah, sure. You're in Florida. What else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
This is a mead I could see sipping on a warm summer night in a rocking chair. It's got a very cozy vibe to it, which sounds fucking stupid to say.
I've been in Florida to know that you don't drink nothing at room temperature, but unless you like your drinks boiling.
It's you know, it's a retirement drink. I'm gonna start drinking this at 4 o'clock on the rocking chair and just drift off to nowhere. It's almost kind of like a choose your own adventure. I'm like, what do I want to taste here?
A little bit of butter, more butterscotchy flavors. Yeah, more on the nose.
And like I said, the more you drink, that initial like hit of like almost burnt, rubbery, kind of just dissipates, and then it's just like, okay, we're
it definitely takes at least a good 2 to 3 sips before you start acclimating.
Yeah, we're getting these variations of sweet. I'm getting the butterscotch, I'm getting the maple.
All right, Florida, you've definitely improved with time.
All right,
Gator mead.
Sounds like a story I'd read out of Florida. All right, I am very pleasantly surprised with the way this has ended.
So I'm curious if we actually let that go a little bit more, a little more back sweet, and what we can do with that.
Yeah. I think I'm very happy that we got through pretty much. We got through our 11 meads, our first 10 states, and our control mead, and everything so far has been pretty pleasant. I feel like I could generally recommend them at least 8 out of the 10 states. I
think recommend, and then a couple of them need some work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A little TLC, and then I think we'll be good to go.
Yeah. I think we've got an interesting start so far, but we've also got at least another 40 meads to go through. So I think we're going to go through the rest of those first and see what we end up with, and from that point we'll start figuring out what we're going to do as far as blends by state, by geographic region, historical events,
and then we're just going to have some fun.
Yeah, sure. We might even throw in a little bit of a competition, see who makes the best mead.
I will lose that one.
I mean, I've been willing to say I mean, when I first started, I came out with some pretty decent ones that a lot of people, even people who have made mead, really enjoyed. So don't underestimate yourself in that kind of a fashion. There's plenty to be said as to what you can get from just, fresh eyes.
All right, we'll try.
All right, we'll see you next time. Thank you for joining us.
You have a good evening. Or day.
Good stuff.